Hey guys, in this lecture we are going to discuss few key points to be noted in solving n-point DFT. Okay, so first thing is what was the formula we had to find n-point DFT? X of k is equal to what? Summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j 2 pi by n into kn, where k is varying from 0 to n minus 1, right? Now, instead of writing e power minus j 2 pi by n, okay, so in short, we can write it as w, capital W n, w n, okay. Instead of writing every time, each and every time, instead of writing e power minus j 2 pi by n, so I can write it as w n, okay. So, but what is e power minus j 2 pi by n into k n? So, if you want to put two more term k n, it is nothing but w n power k n. Fine. So therefore, I can write this formula in terms of W as x of k is equal to summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n x of n into Wn power k n, where k is varying from 0 to n minus 1. Fine. So, Wn is what? E power minus j 2 pi by n. Example, how do I write? W2, right? And what is W2? E power minus j 2 pi by 2, right? For n equal to 4, W4. And what is W4? E power minus j 2 pi by 4, and so on. Second keynote, second point to be noted in finding n-point DFT. So, for example, if I want to find 4-point DFT of any given sequence, 4-point DFT of say x of n is equal to what? X of 0, comma x of 1, comma x of 2, comma x of 3. These are the 4 time domain samples which I need to find its 4-point DFT. What is x of k now? X of k is what? X of 0, comma x of 1, comma x of 2, comma x of 3. Fine. So here you don't have to find this x of 0 first sample at k equal to 0. You don't have to put it in formula. You can directly do it. How do we do this? This is nothing but sum of all these 4 samples. So first x of 0 for k equal to 0 is always sum of all 4 samples of time domain sequence x of n. Okay, so we have solved few problems. You go back and check your problem. Always your x of k at k equal to 0 is sum of all the time domain sample. Fine. Now second thing is the second sample is always complex conjugate of the last sample. In the sense x1 of k will be always x1 of 1 will be always equal to x star of 3, complex conjugate of the last sample. Since it is a 4-point DFT, I get only second and last sample. But if it is an 8-point DFT, for example, if it is an 8-point DFT, how many samples I have? I have 8, right? X of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6, x of 7. What is the first sample? First sample is always sum of the time domain samples, 8 time domain sample, right? This is the first point. What is the second point? Second sample is always equal to complex conjugate of the last sample. Third sample is always equal to complex conjugate of last but one sample. Fourth sample is always equal to complex conjugate of the last but third sample. And this goes on if it is a 16-point DFT. Let me show you where we have found 8-point DFT of the sequence of this. We have found in the previous video 8-point DFT of the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? At k is equal to 0, what did I say? It is always sum of all the time domain sample, right? That's what we got. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, which is 36, right? And if I take up the final x of k, and this is the final x of k we had for the same example 1 comma 2 comma 4 3 comma dot 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 up to 8. So first sample is 36, right? Whereas second sample, this sample is complex conjugate of what? last sample, right? So minus 4 plus 9.656j, whereas here minus 4 minus 9.656j. And the third sample is the complex conjugate of the last but one sample, which is minus 4 plus 4j and minus 4 minus 4j. And fourth sample is always complex conjugate of the last but third sample, which is minus 4 minus 1.65. These two are complex conjugate. Okay, and this will be always real. This will be always real. Fine. So this is the second point to be noted in finding endpoint DFT.